So why don't we get started? Just want to welcome you again to the webinar. Today we're going to cover our mileage summary report and our state-by-state mileage report. Now, don't be offended that it doesn't say province by province, because we are international, and it really is province by province and state by state. It's all of them. So, it's just what it's called in our reports. So I'm going to go into the report page here, and what I'm going to cover first is your state-by-state mileage report. So what it's going to cover is the summary of the distance traveled for each item in each state. So it's simply selecting which vehicles you want and whatever time frame, this month, last month. You can be specific again and use custom time slots, and creating your report, what it's going to do is summarize it. It's going to tell you not only how many kilometers were driven, but which province they were driven in. And ours is not going to be very exciting. If you do have vehicles that drive in more than one province and in a state, it will split it up. But you can see here's all our vehicles. As you can see, the majority of it was driven in BC, but we also have 80 kilometers that were driven in Washington. So if you've got vehicles that drive all across Canada, then you would get what was driven in BC, what was Alberta, what was Saskatchewan, and so on. Or anything that they drive in which states, it'll separate it out too. And this is fantastic for those of you who have to do a report that defines that. Now, just in one quick, easy click, you can have it all broken down for you, and you don't even have to worry or wonder. Plus, you have a total for each vehicle, and then the total for the company as well. And then you've also got the summary report that tells you how many vehicles and the total number of kilometers that were driven for the report that you pulled. Okay. So that's really quick and easy. That's why we're covering that one along with another one, because it's just really straightforward and simple. And that's under our location report, state-by-state mileage. The other one we're going to cover today is our mileage summary. So you can see when we put our mouse over there, it's a summary by item of the total distance traveled for all items. So this is a fantastic report for those of you who need to weekly or daily or monthly see a total of all the kilometers, or to be able to break it down, or all sorts of things like that. So what I'm going to do is just pull up some of our vehicles here. I can select all, I can select some, whichever way that I want to. We hold shift and select them all and remove. So I'm just going to select a few vehicles, click add, and I am going to pull them for this month. Again, you've got the ability to do certain days and times or custom time slots, which we'll get into in a bit as well. And then I click on create report. Once I do pull the report, again, I'm able to export it into Excel if I want to do any manipulating with the data or anything, or I can also print it from here. This is also a report that you're able to schedule and have it sent out daily or weekly. So what it's going to give me, a summary of the entire report. So this is, I've pulled this month, so it's going from the 1st of August up until today. And then it's going to list the items that I pulled the information on. And then it's going to give me a total number of kilometers, and then it's going to total them up as well, and the average number of kilometers. So I can quickly look at my summaries here and just compare my different vehicles. So this is fantastic for those of you who want to know, like, are my vehicles all getting used the same amount? Or, if I quickly look at this and I can see that the training vehicle, the second training vehicle, and the admin vehicle didn't get driven at all. Now, if these were my delivery vehicles and my drivers used, random vehicles, I could quickly look and see that nobody is driving these two vehicles all month. So, you know, I definitely want to look into, okay, why is that? Do I need those vehicles? Maybe I have extra vehicles in my fleet that I don't even need that I can then sell off. Why pay insurance for a vehicle that's just sitting in my yard? I can also look and see that this vehicle went a total of 400 kilometers and this vehicle went almost, you know, over 1,800 kilometers. Maybe I need to switch up routes or something for those vehicles so that my usage gets more evenly dispersed, so that, you know, the wear and tear starts to even out, that, you know, this one vehicle is getting used a significantly more than one of the others. So I can really, you know, see things at a quick glance. Another fantastic way to use this report is I can pull it specifically for weekends, or I can pull it for, you know, after hours. I can pull out specific, you know, dates and times like that when I pull the report. So then I can quickly tell whether my vehicles are being driven on the weekends. So here I know, like, the weekend was the 4th and 5th in August. So I can see, oh, okay, this one vehicle moved 14 kilometers and this one did 188. I can quickly see, and then I can look at what's the next weekend. Well, that would be the 11th and 12th. You know, I can see exactly what my vehicles are doing on the weekend. Or I could pull this report simply for the weekend. I can have it emailed to me every week that just covers the off hours. We've got companies who use this report for, like, their drivers are allowed to use the vehicles on the weekends. They just charge them a certain amount per kilometer. So it can quickly be added up how many kilometers they were driving on the weekends, and they can be charged according to that. So just some fantastic usages. And you can see it just breaks it down day by day for whatever time frame you pull, and gives you the totals as well. So really useful for all sorts of different things. You know, if there are other reasons that you use it, or other, you know, things that you found really helpful, I mean, it'd be great if you let me know and send me an email. And you know, I love to hear how people are using the different reports. But you can quickly set up a scheduled report with this as well. Just set up a new scheduled report, give it a name, choose the mileage summary, select which vehicles. Do you want it daily or weekly, include weekends or not, and then you can set up custom time slots from ones I've already created. That would be, or I can define them from here. Again, what way do I want it sent? PDF, where it can't be manipulated. Excel, where I can take that information and put it into my own report that I need to send, and who's going to send it to and save it. It's just straightforward like all of ours. So that gives you some ideas and a quick overview of both of those reports, the mileage summary and the state-by-state mileage. And like I said, what we're continuing to do is offer more webinars more often and shorter for you, so that you don't have to take out a big portion of your day to learn some information. If you've got anything specific you'd like me to cover, let me know. Send me an email, give me a call here at the office. If you need further help with anything, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'd love to help. And, you know, that's what we're here for, is to help you guys get more value out of your system. So thanks so much for joining us today. This webinar will be on the web page on our neroglobal.com shortly, and usually within a day or two it's up there for your viewing. And then as well, you can always register on our web page as well for the upcoming webinar, which the topic of which will be up there shortly as well. So thanks for joining us today, and I hope you guys have a great long weekend. Bye-bye.